Stop asking your neighbor for money. Save your own. Hello, hey, hi, welcome. How's it going? Come inside, come on in, get comfortable. You know how we do it here. Every week I say the same thing. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers because I really do appreciate your support. I really do. And to my new faces, please subscribe. Please subscribe if you want to. But I would appreciate it if you did. But either way, get comfortable. I hope you watch this video till the end. Today is an interesting topic. I try to keep it interesting. Today is something that's close to my heart because I'm literally on the edge of my seat in terms of the title. Because, as you read by the theme, lessons that I've learned in my 30s. So before you give me side eye, like, why are we discussing this? To my friends who have tuned in, who are approaching 40s. For those of you who are in your 40s, you're thinking, no, surely no. To the subscribers who are in your 20s, tune out, go and watch another video. This is not for you. No, I'm kidding, stay. This is going to be for you because that means it's going to benefit you in the long run. In the long run, later on, when you do hit 30. But in the process, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to share a couple of lessons or just points that help shape me into the person that I am today. And so I thought I'd put that out there so that hopefully somebody else benefits from it. If not, then you know of what or you know that it's something that I wanted to share with you guys, just to put it out there. Take it, don't take it. But yeah, guys, in a few months, I bid farewell to my 30s. And I enter into a new decade of maturity. And I've been reflecting on this for a while now, like just turning 40 and just being in the age it represents so much. And it's just the range of emotions that it spurs up in you when you think about it. I know for some of my friends, as I said earlier, they shy away from it. Like when it comes up in conversation, it's not something that everybody wants to talk about. I, for one, am very comfortable speaking about my age. I've never had an issue growing older. I've always reflected on the words of a wise person who once said, and I quote, "Not to regret growing older because it's a privilege denied to many." Let that sink in. Just let that sink in for a minute. Just think about what's attached to that. Think about what comes, what is the actual privilege of growing older. You experience more, you learn more in life. And for me, the most important that I've discovered for myself is time. Just time to spend with people who you love, like people of quality, people who add value to your life. And so that's really, for me, that was really, it rang true in terms of that quote and the privilege that it highlights. And so I know that there's a lot of trial and error that comes during your 20s and your 30s. I think in life in general is trial and error because you're never going to stop learning. Even lessons that I've learned now, I'll take into my 40s. It's not exactly like I'm closing a door and I'm entering into a new world. I'm just entering into a new phase, a new growth in many different ways. So before I ramble too much, I'm going to highlight a few points that I noted down. There's many. If I had to highlight all the lessons that I've learned along the way from 30 to 39, we will be here for the whole week. A little bit longer. No, less. No, I'm joking. Okay, so let me just get into it. Let me get into the first point that I wanted to cover. And you know what? The most important one for me personally that I found has had a huge role in my growth. And that is, so for me, true success means being obedient to God. And I don't care how many millions of dollars or pesos or rands that you have accumulated along the way, you will never truly be satisfied. And that's what I believe. I know that this especially rang true for me when I read the account of King Solomon. If you're not familiar with the Bible account in the book of Ecclesiastes, do yourself a favor. I suggest that you go and read up on it, just for some background. But also, if you are on the path of changing your life in terms of being more religiously inclined, then this will benefit you, this account, because it will help you if you are veering off track, just to get back onto the straight and narrow. And that's what it did for me. And I think this was especially important for me because I know that society promotes success in so many different avenues, but all of them never really made me truly happy, if that makes any sense. So I know that obedience to God and His will and His plans for me personally have sort of like cemented the fact that I will never fail in that area. I will never fail. So that was my first and my most important. So another one is lowering my expectations. Now for me, this was a big one because I find that I sometimes expect too much from people or places, and what I've learned along the way is that when I lower my expectations, I'm pleasantly surprised, because you have that expectation that you're going to be disappointed. And so by doing so, or by working in that area, it actually helps to take the pressure off, like just in situations in general. So this I found, as short as it sounds, it made a huge impact for me. Okay, so this one for me was also another one, not as big as my previous and the ones to follow, but it also did make quite an impact for me, was owning my mistakes. Now, before you pass judgment, I laugh because it's so easy to pass blame off onto other people for your failures. And don't judge me, because it happens. And I think a lot of us can say, okay, a lot of us are guilty of doing that. And so I've learned to take responsibility. Why do I just want to laugh? Okay, sorry. I'm just laughing because I know what this means for me. Okay, let me just be serious. It's easy to pass blame off onto other people, especially when we fail. And I feel it's much more important, or well, I've learned the importance of taking responsibility for my own actions. And I know that I've tried so many different things and I've failed so many different times, but I've learned to accept that it's okay. It's okay to do that. It's still something that I'm learning, and I know that making mistakes is part of the process and it's part of growth. But this is something that I've openly started to be. I've started to be more active in openly admitting my mistakes to myself when and how they happen. So this is something that I have and am still learning along the way. So this is another point. Let's go on to another one. So another one for me was to spend time alone. Let me say that again with a drum roll. Act surprised. Spend time alone. Were you surprised? Should I do it again? No. Okay. Should we move on? Okay, let's move on. So for me, this is an area that I've always protected. It's nothing new for me. I've always valued my alone time. I've always acknowledged the importance of this and been very active in practicing this. Not only in my 20s, actually throughout my life, but I feel that I've been pursuing this more aggressively in my 30s. And so, for me, my quiet time looks like, okay, some people, if they could take a day or two away, I'm not that person who goes on girl vacations. No. If I'm going on vacations, I'm taking my habanero with me. That's my sidekick. He's my shotgun. He's my, what do they call it? He's my ride or die, my day one. All those things in that box is related to your wingman. That's him. And so my alone time looks like a moment. It can be an hour. It can be a minute. It can be me preparing food. In everyday life, you always find, or just at least create an opportunity where you can be by yourself, with yourself. And I feel that's important. That this is something that, like I said, I've started to started pursuing, more aggressively. So in that area, I know that it's not always easy because our schedules, and that's the challenge that we have to deal with every day. But it is important. It is important to just be by yourself from time to time, even if it looks like a minute, even if it looks like reading a magazine on the toilet. I don't know. I'm just saying. Whatever it looks like to you, take it. It's important. It's important. So let's move on. So this one, well, if I had tea, let me get into my relaxed mode, because this one was a big one for me. So another lesson I've learned is that not everyone is going to like you. And that's not the dun da da da. No, it's not everyone's going to like you, ... and that is okay. Mic drop, boom. Yes, that's okay, because we're so focused on trying to fit in. Your whole life you're being told that you do this, do that. Please this person, please that person. And I'm like, when must I breathe? When would you like me to breathe? And so we can't do, as much as we want to fit in and feel that sense of belonging somewhere. If you don't like me, that's okay. Like, take your leave. Like, you don't have to be, I don't know, I'm joking. I'm joking, no. Okay, let me get serious. No. But back to the topic at hand. But on a serious note, as we all know and we've all experienced, society is all about acceptance, and everybody wants to fit in, and everybody wants to feel like they belong somewhere, because you want to be liked. Nobody wants to be an outcast. But when you make that a priority in your life, or it's something that you're chasing, you lose focus of who you actually are. And you're so busy pleasing every second person. What happened to Shirley? What happened to about things that Shirley likes, or the people who actually do matter in my life, people who actually do like me. So we focus so much on fitting in, and you want to belong, and you want to be with that person, and you want to forget about it. Don't do that. Stop it. You have your crew. You have your tribe. You have the circle that you belong to. Focus your energy there. Stop worrying about the people who don't like you. If they don't, fine. Not going to lose any sleep, are you? I'm not. Well, I'm learning not to. I speak confidently because, no, I'm learning not to. But I'm just saying, like, around this topic, not everyone is going to like you, and it's that simple, and that's fine, and we move on. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Next. Okay, so the next one is a short and sweet. Save money. I'm not going to remind you again. The banks remind you all the time. Your parents remind you all the time. People who are important to you, who are responsible, remind you all the time. Save your coins. Save your coins, because this is not only going to cut or lessen the stress and anxiety that you have in life, but it's just, it'll make you feel a lot more confident going forward, and you'll definitely feel more relaxed. Why do I have to worry about rainy days? Stop asking your neighbor for money. Save your own. Yeah. Okay. No, but save money. That's important. Okay, so I have one more. This is the last one that I'm going to highlight, and that is to cut the negativity. When I hit 34, I realized the importance of peace and protecting my inner peace, and just cutting negative people out of my life, or people who didn't bring quality to my life. Just eliminating that altogether was a priority for me, and it will continue to be a priority for me, because there are people in life, there are situations in life that just make you feel guilty all the time, pressure you into doing things that you don't necessarily want to do, or just, like I said, make you feel guilty for saying no. And this is something that I'm still learning, and like I said, I'm going to take this well into my 40s. But again, it's also something that I'm aggressively pursuing, because I want to be that intentional about it, more so now going into my 40s, because I feel like I've just opened up that box, and it's like in continuation process. So for me, that rings as, or not rings, it stems as a priority in terms of all the lessons that I've learned so far. That has to be one of, next to my beliefs, that has to be one of the most important that I've tried to protect, is my inner peace, and maintaining my inner peace, and getting rid of all the uglies, because you don't pay rent here. I'm just joking. But okay, so guys, that's what I have. Jokes aside, I wanted to keep it light today, because sometimes you get too serious. Life is too serious. So whatever you've, if you are in your 40s, whatever lessons you have learned in your 30s, or if you are in your 30s, or let's not limit it to just 30s. Whatever lessons you feel that you have learned and would like to share that I might not have mentioned, you know what I always say, share it in the comment section below, please, because I welcome all opinions, whether they're negative, positive, as long as they're respectful. So we just need to keep it clean, in a sense that we are respectful towards the comments of others and the feelings of others. Let's just be mindful. So that's what I have for you. Whew. Yeah, that's what I have. And so now I'm hungry. And so I'm going to eat something. My stomach. Okay, guys, I'm signing off. Be mindful. Be content. Be blissful. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Please share if you feel that it's going to benefit somebody else. Even if it won't benefit them, just share it anyway. No, I'm joking. That's all I have to say. So guys, I will see you soon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, wherever you are, the rest of your day. Whether it's morning, night, afternoon, just be safe and enjoy it. And I'll see you soon. And ciao.